Hey guys, Conservative Video Dipper here. Today's subject's about depression. Why? Because mental health is a big thing that definitely needs to be checked. If you feel like you are depressed or allegedly thinking of self harm or alleged self deletion, please contact your local doctors, psychiatrists, which we do not play or claim to be any of those things or have ever expressed claiming to be those things, or contact your local suicide hotline. Mental health is an important thing for everyone of all ages. So please get yourself checked out so that you can feel better, not only about yourself, but feel better all in general and all around. Thank you. Also, again, we do not claim to be professional therapists, psychiatrists, or doctors by any means. So, what I am saying is coming from me who has dealt with people that have told me that they suffer through these things, and knowing that these things are serious and can possibly or potentially be really bad if they don't get that help. So please, again, get help. It's important. Okay, how do you deal with somebody with depression? How do you help them? More is the bigger question. The biggest thing is remember boundaries. They're going to probably set boundaries. If they tell you to fuck off, then you just calmly and kindly say, okay, I understand right now you're probably upset and it's not a good time to talk, but when you want to talk and have a conversation with me, I will be here to listen to you. I will be here for you. Implementing that will definitely make them maybe feel a little comfortable. Maybe not now, but maybe later they may come back to you. And that will help ease the tension between you and them. And you want to respect their boundaries, because boundaries should always be respected and always should be followed through. Whether or not they may talk to you directly at that time or not, or come back later to talk to you about that conversation, you should always remember that they have to lead the conversation, not you leading it. Number two, keep your emotions out of it. If they are an alleged rape victim or an SA victim, I understand that it is very difficult because you want to go beat that person. You want to go do some shit that you feel is needed. But having really high emotions and high tension may make the situation all the more worse. It may cause not only you to have high stress level, but it will make the situation worse, predominantly worse, because it will probably make them more stressed out and it will make them feel maybe a little more guilty that they have told you something. Whether or not it is alleged rape victim or SA victim or just pure depression, abuse, physical, mental, whatever, it is always important to remember that when it comes to these things, your emotions need to be checked. You need to let your emotions go. You are there only for them, because they right now are the ones that need the help, not you. You don't need to go out there and possibly or potentially get yourself in legality issues that you should not be in. So keep your emotions in check, keep calm. And that goes with number three, keep calm. When you're talking to somebody with depression, it is not a good idea to ever be overly dramatic or be angry or use anger. Be rational. Be calm. Be like the water. Flow like the water. Be calm and mellow. Speak to them in a gentle, soothing voice. You don't have to do like this ASMR shit where you talk to them like Bob Ross. You don't gotta do that. You just talk to them very calmly and very gentle. You don't need to treat them like a baby, but you just need to be calm. If you keep calm, the more you are calm, the more likely they will settle down. Their emotions may come down and they may have a better outcome, and the situation and a conversation will be all the more better if they decide to lead into a conversation. If you get all tense up and you start becoming angry or your emotions just go unhinged, it's going to worsen that situation. So just like the last one with checking your emotions, check your voice level. Your voice level should be very calm and gingerly and gentle. Okay? Number 4, don't treat them like they're stupid. Because if you try to pretend that they're stupid or you play them for a fool like a fiddle, they will see past it. More than likely, they will do something that probably will be maybe a little hurtful towards you, like claiming that you're being irrational or you're just not understanding them right now. They may say something and they may call you out for it. So remember, don't play them dumb. Tell them the honest truth. If you have gone through that situation, you can say, I do kind of understand that depression really sucks. I understand because I myself have depression. I don't really, but an example. But if you don't have depression, then what do? Or if you want to help them even more, what's a better idea? Probably more the better idea is to tell them, look, I may not understand right now what you are going through. I may not understand the pain and anger and the anguish that you feel and the emotions you have right now. But I am here to let you know that your pain and anger and emotions are understandable. I understand that you are feeling a certain particular way. Which goes into number 5, validation. You validate their feelings. You tell them you understand. Their feelings are valid because they are human beings. They are not just like inanimate objects where you can punch and do whatever and kick and throw to the curb. They are human beings. Their emotions, their feelings should be valid. It doesn't just help with validating the reasons of how they feel, but it will let them know eternally in their mind that sure, you may not understand, but in the end, you can understand by having that conversation, by letting them lead that conversation again. Let them lead that conversation. By letting them know that you do validate their feelings, it reminds them in their mind, probably maybe not directly at that time, but maybe later, or maybe a few seconds later, or whatever, that you sympathize with them, you empathize with them, you feel their emotions like an empath. Sometimes empaths can feel emotions. A lot of people have said, gee, conservative, you are an empath to a T. Yeah, because I understand. I am a Pisces. I understand emotions. Emotions are a human natural thing. But if somebody just comes up and says, get over it, you'll be fine, whatever, it pisses me off. And it's going to piss me off. It's going to piss anyone off. So validating the reason of feeling the way they do won't piss them off, but it will come into number 6, which is a de-escalation tactic. By doing a lot of these things I tell you, it will basically de-escalate a situation from going extremely bad to not bad at all, to maybe where you just sit up in the middle of the night until wee hours in the morning and listen to them and let them pour their little hearts out. And God bless their little hearts too. because you gotta feel bad for them. You gotta understand that whether or not it is physical, mental, or alleged sexual abuse or whatever they're going through, they really need somebody to listen. And that's why it's always good to de-escalate. Come into the conversation knowing right now that things may be a little hot and heated, but it doesn't need to be that way. Another thing will come into number 6 is let them know that you are not here to judge. You are here to understand. Letting them know that you will understand, that you are here to understand and empathize and not judge them, will give them more trust. Building trust, which is also number 7. You want to build trust. When it goes into the situation of building trust, you want to have that conversation that they can trust you and that you will not break that trust. You will not do anything like HIPAA rules. It's kind of almost like following HIPAA rules. You basically have the confidence, but they have that confidence knowing that it's only between them and you, and that you will help them if you are asked to be helped, or for them to help, have that help from you, then be that person to do it. What to do if they allegedly claim self-harm or self-deletion? Then you have to make that call. Even if they allegedly tell you they may not, you don't know whether or not they will. And it is very sad because situations like that can possibly potentially end up being very allegedly fatal. And you don't want that. And you don't want that on your conscience or in your heart. You want to have that clear conscience knowing that you have done a good job. So make that call if you feel like they are in that situation, whether it's the 911 or the emergency number wherever you live or whatever state you're in, or the suicide hotline. Do that. If they are allegedly claiming self-harm or alleged self-deletion, you need to make that phone call. Not because you don't trust them, but because it just takes away that feeling that you don't know whether or not they're going to do it. Because they may tell you no promises, but in the end, you don't know whether they will or will not. And I would rather not have them do it, because honestly, I'd rather have them be A-okay than risk the next day having to see them on the news gone because you didn't do anything. And you don't want that. Nobody wants that. So make sure you make that call if you must. What if somebody tells you that they were allegedly raped, essayed, and that is what's causing the depression? What do you do? So again, in self-confidence, you have to remind yourself that it is very difficult to manage not only your emotions and them trying to manage theirs, but what is a good thing to do? Make a phone call. 911 or the emergency number wherever you live. It is a good idea to do it, because not only will that possibly give them closure and they may find the person who hurt them or did whatever or caused a situation, caused them to be in that situation that they are in, whether it's mental, physical, or alleged sexual abuse or rape. You want to help them. And making that, again, that same thing that I go back to with that phone call, you have to. I know that sometimes it might eat you up and you feel like, man, I feel like a total complete douche canoe because I did it. Don't beat yourself up because you did it. Feel proud, feel good, feel like you did something. You did something completely correct. You have a moral ground right there that you stood on, and you did what was right and what was needed, not what was not needed and what was not right. Sorry. Also, another important thing, this video may be a little bit long, so I do apologize, but this is a topic we have to go through. When it comes to people with depression or alleged, suicidal thoughts, you have to remember these things. And this one's going to be important. Remember that they are hurting. They are hurting, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. They want help, but sometimes help isn't really right there at that time they need. Sometimes they may just need a shoulder to cry on. So allow them your shoulder to cry on. Let them cry on your shoulder. Give them the shirt that you wear to wipe their snot and their tears away. Because right there, that is a badge of honor, what you have done. You have been there for them. You have stood tall for them. You have given them moral support and emotional support. You have become a emotional and moral support buddy, and you have helped them. Don't feel like you are a bad person because you've maybe had to make phone calls, but feel good that you have done something. Let them cry on your shoulders. You should feel good that you allowed that, because sometimes some people just need a shoulder to cry on. Bill Wither, or Bill whatever his name was, Lean On Me song always kind of sometimes comes to my head when I think about that, because sometimes some people just need somebody to lean on, and there is no sunshine when she's gone. So help them, bring the sunshine back in their life. And also remember, it's okay to feel bad and feel down dumped sometimes, but it's not okay to allegedly self-harm or self-delete. Get help if you must. And one last thing before I go out here. A lot of people do have these issues, and sometimes they go unchecked. It is a good idea to talk to your doctor if you ever feel this way. I don't care if it's big, medium, or small depressions, bursts that go through your mind. Get yourself checked. Talk to your doctor or your psychiatrist. I know sometimes people think doctors are quacks. I do too sometimes. I think some doctors are kind of quacked. There are some doctors that are quacks out there. But these people are trained professional to help you. And it's okay to go get help. Don't feel like you don't need to do that. Don't feel like you should fight alone. Nobody deserves to fight alone. Like I said in my intro, you deserve to have somebody there guide you through your feelings. And your feelings are always valid because you're a human being. Don't think that your feelings, just because the way you feel, and everyone or whoever tells you your feelings aren't valid, don't listen to them. Fuck them. Fuck them all the way to hell. Because your feelings are valid. And they are just a bunch of dicks. And they can go eat a bag of dicks for all we care. Because they're not people that will understand you. Find somebody that will understand you. And that will be there for you in the long run. And remember, we love you. We care for you. You have people out there that love you abundantly. And that will help you during the bad times, the good and bads. And you're never alone. So remember, you are loved. Especially by me. I love you guys and gals out there. And please, stay safe. God bless. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.